Welcome back to the Mind of Watercolor, everybody. Well, today I've got something to show you. This is not a video I had planned to make, but I like to show you interesting things or things that have kind of come to my attention and not really turned out to be what I thought they would be, or in this case, something that turned out to be better than I thought it would be. Now what this is an oval wash. This one in particular is a 3/4 inch. It's one of my favorite lines of brushes, the silver black velvet. Now, as is the case with a lot of watercolor brushes, the name is a bit of a misnomer. This is a brush that a lot of companies and makers also call an oval wash. Really, it's just a filbert. I've always known these to be filberts. It's just a flat wash brush with a rounded edge. And in this case, they call this an oval wash. But this is a little different. It comes to this point. I bought this a few months ago, not really expecting much. I thought, okay, it's just going to be like a round or a larger mop brush. It's very similar in construction to these big rounds, these quills. But I've been pleasantly surprised, and I'll tell you why. This seems to combine the best characteristics of a round and a flat. Now, if you're familiar with my videos, you probably know I recommend when a beginner starts out, they start out with rounds. You can begin painting with usually just maybe even one round. You usually don't even need more than 3. And then I recommend, as you expand your brush collection, get one of these, and that's really all you ever need. Do a lot of landscape, you may eventually want to add a rigger. So naturally, when I see something like this, I think it's a gimmick. Being the brush fiend that I am, I bought it anyway. But I really like it. Let me put some marks down and you can see what I'm talking about. Very difficult to do this with a round. Or at least with one size round. And then go into big sweeping washes like that. I'm still experimenting with this, but I just think that's really cool. If you wanted to go in and fill in some detail. Now, I've always said that if I were to paint one painting and you were to give me only one brush to paint that painting, I would use a quill like this. The thing about the quill is it's a little thirstier. It needs more moisture, and you can see, I'm having to get this a lot wetter to fill it up. And I still can't really I'm just going to have to get it really full of moisture here and paint. Then I can sort of do the same thing. That was always the beauty of a quill to me, holds a lot of moisture, in a lot of cases almost too much moisture. And you have to get them really wet to fill them up. But you get similar results from this oval wash, but it doesn't take nearly as much moisture and paint to fill it up. And if you give this pointed variety, you can get down and do some fairly detailed work. So all that to say, this is a pretty neat brush type, and it would be another choice to answer that question. If you had only one brush to paint a painting with, what would you choose? Well, quill is a choice, but this is also a choice. They also have a 1-inch version. As I said, this is the 3/4 inch. So I'm probably going to end up buying the 1-inch. I'll do some more experimenting with it. One technique I ran into by accident was doing this. Now what I'm doing is I'm mashing it straight down and then pressing up like this. Look at that. It's like instant grass. Now folks, I'm here to tell you, I took out every brush in my arsenal, and I could not duplicate that effect doing the same thing. Let me show you. Let me take the brush that's closest to the capacity of that oval wash, and I'll show you. Same thing. Okay, now it's going to make a liar out of me. It does a similar thing. Putting down too much water, though. Well, okay, so the quill, it kind of works on the quill. I've never gotten it to work on a round. This round is not big. See, I was just getting a kind of a mashed up mishmash. Well, anyway, that's something you can experiment. Maybe you can get it to work with rounds or whatever. It does work with the quill, kind of, and it definitely works with this oval wash. I've got a Princeton Neptune on order of the same kind, so when I try it, see which one I like better. I'm probably going to get the 1-inch version of this, and I just think it's a neat brush, and I wanted to let you guys know that and let you give it a try. Let me know what you think. Maybe you've used this, maybe you're experienced with this and have done quite a bit with it, and you can give me your thoughts and your experiences with it. As of now, I'm a believer. I'm sold on it. Oh, and one other thing. This is another one that I bought. It's smaller. I was not impressed with this. This is even Silver Brush Kolinsky Sable. I really didn't see much difference in this and just a standard round. And in fact, it didn't really even hold a point as well as some of my regular rounds. But this is also an oval wash because it's a little fatter and a little narrower, but I don't think they made it flat enough. And I really think the big advantage is in the larger ones, the larger brushes. Combines that pointed in with the flat wash. So keep that in mind. I'm not convinced. I may try a different brand too, but I'm not convinced that these smaller oval washes are really any big deal. I'd rather just use a round. Thanks, guys. Hope that was a help to you. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your experiences. And we will see you next time. Bye-bye.